Hey, this is Red Band coming to you live from the Comedy Store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe.
Fuck yeah, everybody. Hi, how are you? Good to be here, everyone. What another lovely Monday, episode 31 of Kill Tony. Brian, how's it going?
Great. I am almost done. I haven't... The old Death Squad studio. Death Squad started in my office. And then when I moved to the Ice House, I pretty much abandoned a room in my house, used it as storage. I haven't been in it in a year and a half.
I remember that room.
Yeah.
That was the first podcast I ever did, was Brody Stevens' first podcast, the Brody Stevens Experiment.
Yeah.
It was the first one I had ever even dabbled with. And that was crazy. And that was definitely at your place.
Yeah.
In a tiny room.
It turned into where my cat lived and shit and puked, and I couldn't even look inside to see if the cat was alive anymore. And so I've been like just, it's been one of those things in the back of my head where I'm just like, God damn, I need to clean that room one day. But
Did you do it?
yeah, I spent the last 3 days cleaning that room.
So what's the room now?
Now it's a new studio, I guess. So I have another studio. But it's great. It's amazing how like a room that I hated for so long, now I can't get out of it. I just love sitting in there now because it's like the cleanest room. So
it was a fun little studio.
Yeah.
The art and everything being tightened in. That was fun. Yeah, I had fun. I'm excited about New Year's Eve being tomorrow night, guys. Anybody else excited for 2014?
yeah.
I'm excited, and I'm extra excited because today my new Asics came in. If you know me, you know that I'm a big Asics fan. Onitsuka Tigers till I die. And I have, a couple people have mentioned that my nickname is the Golden Pony. And I have my first ever golden pair of Asics that got delivered today. It was so hard for me not to wear them tonight, but I'm debuting them tomorrow night. I mean, they are fucking sweet. They're wrestling shoes, and they are shiny gold.
What do you wear that with? Like
I'm wearing it with everything.
Shorts,
yeah, I'm wearing it with everything that I wear. I've already thought about that. I'm like, these are not going to go good with khakis, but fuck it.
Yeah.
They're going to rock with jeans tomorrow night.
You should dazzle them up, put a little...
They cannot be. Wait till you see these things. If I put dazzles on it, it would just lame it down. These things are fucking obnoxious.
Yeah.
On the bottom of it, it's all stars, like gold and black stars, and it says, "Dream it, do it." I don't even know what it means, but I'm excited. I'm inspired by my own pair of shoes.
Wow.
So yeah, it'll be fun, 2014. We have some crazy, gigantic guests coming in for Kill Tony in the next year that are very excited to do it. Tony Clifton is coming in very early January 2014, which is unbelievable to me because that was one of the big things that got me into comedy was Andy Kaufman and Bob Zamuda and Tony Clifton and that whole team of risk takers. And
it's going to be interesting seeing Tony on this show because I can't even imagine how his... like when a comic does their 1 minute, what he's going to say.
Oh my God, I cannot fucking wait. I just have dreams about it of excitement. Like sometimes I just wake up with a smile on my face thinking about what it's going to be like.
Who are you going to team him up with? You should get like a Holtzman.
I have no idea. Yeah, right. That's what I'm going to do. The night the Comedy Store belly room exploded.
We got a stormtrooper in the audience today.
Hey, look at that. All the way from the planet Death Star, everybody. Put your hands together for confused stormtrooper, it appears.
I like that. I wish more people wore costumes.
Iron Patriot is here, the head of security. Put your hands together for him. He's here. Patriot, are you threatened by the stormtrooper in the corner?
No, that's a cheap costume.
No, he didn't.
And it has begun.
I see that down on Hollywood Boulevard every day. I thought I'd get a break from it when I come down here, and it's even here.
Fuck yeah, that's why you're the number one Iron Patriot.
Look at that death glare from the stormtrooper.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna have a battle of the plastic later.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound like fucking I don't know what.
We had a good year, Tony. I'm looking forward to 2014. I live a clean life, so I don't need to make any New Year's resolutions. But you, on the other hand, you're trying to stop smoking completely. I think Wednesday the 1st would be a good day for you to stop completely.
I quit smoking cigarettes. I'm just on this vapor pen now, and I really like it. I'm just going to stick with this for a while.
I think you should stop that.
No,
too.
I'm not going
I
to.
think he's right.
No, I'm not going
That
to.
still has nicotine. I know you're weaning yourself off, but it's time to get off the tit.
Patriot, I really appreciate your advice, but you can go fuck yourself. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want.
I think you should start smoking cigarettes again.
I bet you do.
I miss my
We had a
smoking
lot
buddy.
of fun smoking cigarettes
Yeah,
together.
it really sucks when your smoking buddy leaves you.
Well, I know, but I'm a chain smoker, Brian, and it's already bad enough.
I'm not.
No, I know.
We could be chain smokers
we
together.
inspired each other. Sometimes I'd be done with a cigarette, like I'd be ready to go inside, and you'd light up another one, and I'm just like, I wouldn't say, all right, I'm not going to have another one. I would just smoke another one. We're bad for each other.
I know, man.
We're bad.
By the way, whose miscellaneous cell phone is up here?
Somebody lose a cell
Anyone
phone?
lose a cell phone?
Josh? Patriot?
Anyone won a cell phone? It looks like. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I'm very excited about tonight's show. We have 2 awesome guests. You guys ready to get this thing started or what? Fuck yeah, people. I'm so excited about tonight. For our first guest, he is a writer on The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. More importantly, he's one of my favorite comedians in the world. Super fucking awesome, hilarious guy. I remember hearing about him and then getting to see him. I heard his reputation. People are like, you don't know Bob Oschack, this and that, when I first started working the door here. And when I saw him, he blew my fucking mind to shreds. I'm so excited that he's on the show. Put your hands together for Bob Oschack is here. And the other guest, the star of Enjoy It every Sunday on Comedy Central. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my best pals in the world, Steven Brody Stevens is here. You got it. Hell yeah. Brody and Bob and Brody. You got it. Push and believe.
Push and believe.
Bob, how you doing, buddy?
I'm super excited to be here. This is my very first, I've told you this on the phone earlier in the day when I sounded a little shaky.
Yeah.
It's my first podcast.
But
God
Bob
bless
Oschack,
That's crazy.
first podcast.
Stay seated.
What's
Thank
up
you.
what's up with the depressed fourth row back there? Why aren't you guys they're looking behind them? No, it's you guys. Yeah. Get into it, you motherfuckers.
How have you escaped not doing a podcast living in this town?
Seriously.
I'm just old, I guess. I don't know. I don't even fully understand what we're doing here. This is on the radio of some sort? Like some sort of, but only a computer radio. But, half of this, it's not shtick. It's genuine. I'm genuinely confused and scared right now.
No,
and then you've got that in here, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. But,
Can I talk to you, Bob?
yes, sir.
I did some research on you today. Of course, you're the writer on The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson.
Thank you.
You guys got this skeleton robot named Jeff Peterson.
That is true, yes.
He's pretty cool. He's not as awesome as me, but
No.
nobody can be. But anyway, do you write any of the funny things that he says? That robot?
Anything the robot says?
Yeah.
A few things here and there. For the most part, he kind of comes up with that himself, just like you're coming up with this brilliance on your own.
That was a good question, Patriot.
Oh, that was good.
I
Thank
thought
you.
it was a pretty good. Can I ask? Go ahead, Patriot.
Let me talk to you, Brody.
Sure.
Okay, Brody, this is the 3rd time you've been on Kill Tony. You must be doing something right.
Yeah, I've played my cards smart cards, and I know that good things have been happening up here. I had a great time, and I knew that hopefully Tony would get me back in, and that day is tonight. Thanks.
Yeah, you got the
Good to be
TV show going. That's exciting. You got a new podcast thing, Positive Push, on YouTube. I was watching that today.
You got that?
You did a recent episode of Red Band that was really good.
Brian was on, a lot of hits, positivity.
Yeah. The one thing that seems to be missing from your life is that special lady. Now, what I want to know is, what kind of woman do you think would make Brody happy? Would she go on the road with you? Would she be an extrovert like you? Would she be 10% gay? What would she be like?
I hope she's 10% gay. That's, what I'm saying. Maybe 20%. I'm into that on her end. I would say that I am, the tweets I'm receiving, the @replies, the women they've become more attractive recently.
Yeah.
So I'll let that build up a little bit. But,
Yeah.
I think the girl I'd like to settle with has got to be, a calming influence. Scratches, massages. She's got to
Scratches.
help
You,
cook.
you like a
I'm
little
need.
chokey?
I just need. What's that?
You like to get choked?
No.
No?
Choked.
Yeah.
She can choke my chicken.
Whoa, there you go.
I'm doing bits, guys. No, but I want a girl who would take care of me. I need that. I'm too hard on myself, and that's what I'm looking for. A domesticated woman. Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
That's how I feel.
So you use Twitter as a barometer on that, huh?
Well, you can see the photos, and these girls are more attractive than what I was getting before on
Right.
there. It's actually tangible, factual evidence, and
Yeah.
that feels good.
This is how surreal this whole thing is.
Yeah.
I've been up here, 7 minutes,
Yeah.
6 minutes? I just now noticed the full Stormtrooper guy. That's how odd. Usually that's something you notice right away. In this kaleidoscope of psychedelic funk, I just now noticed the guy. How you doing?
I love it. It really is. It's got to be different. And you probably heard the word podcast so many times.
You really do have the big celebrities here. Just a couple people down. Look who it is in the stand, ladies and gentlemen. It's Darius Rucker.
Oh,
it's Hootie
wow.
from Hootie and the
Hey,
Bullfish.
Hootie,
here.
everybody.
And guys, right next to him, you love him. Podcast icon Chris Hardwick is here. This is unbelievable.
I saw that too. I noticed that.
That's
funny.
unbelievable. I'll come up with more as we
You
continue.
got it. The Nerdist
It
here.
really is a who's who of.
Host of At Midnight, where I work.
There you go. The
Push.
crowd warm up.
Well, yeah, I warm crowds. Thanks,
There you-
Tony.
Wait. Yeah.
I like doing audience warm up. You know, they offered me to do it tonight. I said, Red Band, this crowd's so hot, and they get it. They don't need to be warmed up. They understand the format. They're here to see the show. They know how it works. And I say, let's push it to another level and have a great show tonight. What do you think, audience?
Hell yeah. Well,
Is that all you got? Is that all you got?
I'm excited too.
Let's crank this thing!
Sam, I'm excited too.
Bob does. Bob, you do warm up at Ferguson, right?
I do warm up at Ferguson.
You're taking that gig from me.
Well,
Right.
I don't have the energy. I just give out T-shirts, and there might be a few in the mix if we play our cards right, people.
I love it. Kill Tony T-shirts could be launched here tonight. Look at the Patriot
Let me ask
get
you a question.
excited.
Can I ask one question, Tony?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to me how I'm saying stuff. I keep it right here in the pocket, and I do a little bit of that. And I'm not getting, I'm just being honest, done a lot of shows. 1 hour in the main room. 20 minutes last night with Bill Burr and Sarah Silverman. They gave me energy. I'm not feeling it here. So we got to pick it up a notch, or you're going to get Brody being irritated. So let's go. You got to give me some love. What do you think, audience? I'm not feeling it. Still not feeling it. Not feeling it. Not feeling it. Why are you not clapping? I'll warm up myself.
You know what,
It's horse shit. That's how I feel.
You know what? I'm gonna second what Brody said. I'm not feeling it either. So if we could just pick it up. I'd got some T-shirts. If anybody wants. Two different approaches, same result.
There you go. That's
Fucking
why
hot as shit crowd.
I'm so excited to have you two on because the chemistry, I feel like, is definitely going to balance each other well. So what do you say we get this thing started? Over 30 comedians signed up for the opportunity to do 1 minute in front of a packed belly room and tens of thousands of listeners and viewers from around the world. We have people from Alaska here tonight. Put your hands together for this guy. Traveled from the middle of
How
Alaska
exciting.
to be here.
I played baseball in Fairbanks, North Pole Knicks.
That's
You
where
got
he
it.
lives, Fairbanks. That's what he told me.
I
Been
saw
there.
Juno.
Bought a LL Cool J cassette. Mama said, knock you out. In Fairbanks, Alaska. Went to Sizzler in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Welcome. So a lot of you know that the comedians get picked out of the bucket randomly. They get to do 1 minute. At the end of that minute, they know they're done because they hear the sound of the meow of a kitty. That's what it sounds like. And that means your time's wrapped up. Don't go too long or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. Woo! He seems extra angry tonight. And so let's get this thing started. Your first comedian tonight doing 1 minute on... You guys ready for Kill Tony 31? Very good, Brody. That is a difference maker.
Yeah, definitely.
Brody, you are a monster. And your first comedian tonight goes by the name of David Ramick, everybody! Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Fuck yeah.
Well, thank you for letting me up here, Tony. This is my first time, so thanks a lot. Have people ever heard this expression? Baby, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what women like to hear. Baby, the sex with me is gonna be so fantastic, I'm gonna cleanse your colon. Huh? You're gonna have the greatest bowel movement you ever had in your life. You're gonna be sitting down and shit and go, woo, he really did fuck the shit out of me. All right. Here's a joke for you. What do you call 12 male porn stars serving jury duty? Why, a well-hung jury, of course.
Write that one down.
And what does BP and the Unemployment Welfare have in common? All it took was one spill to be paying for a mistake the rest of their life.
Very good.
I haven't heard the animal. There we go.
There it is.
Thank you, people.
Okay, he went up first. Good job. But all that, Tony.
You want to go? You have any natural instincts? I think you're probably the one to cover this one, bro. I mean, from the get.
I'll just start and get up. Guys, I want to say this. Audience, thank you for coming around. I had to put the hammer down, and I think we're good. Bob and I are we're everyone's friends up here. I like you made fun of yourself. You did the joke. I just, the F word up front. It's a little whatever. But then you said, I'll tell you a joke. That was funny. I don't know if you intentionally meant to do the F. Hey, I'll tell you a joke. So that was funny. First time, so I give you credit for that. Keep doing it. I thought you did okay.
Thank you.
You got it.
I will be honest, I was a little nervous going up there tonight.
And you went first. It's not easy.
We're all nervous when you got up here.
Yeah. How long have you been doing stand-up, talking to the mic?
You're talking to the
4
mic.
years.
4 years?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Where are you from?
Originally,
Yeah.
Connecticut.
How long have you been here?
Newtown?
16 years now.
Too soon.
16 years. Fuck yeah.
I thought it was, it's all about delivery. It's all about delivery. What's your name, Dave?
Yeah.
Dave, yeah, you've got the delivery down. You just find out. I'm literally pulling this out of my ass, Dave, as I talk to you because you're looking at me and I'm scared.
Oh, sorry.
I saw the thing is lift your jacket, just the right flap of your jacket.
He
You
should
got
show
something.
that.
It's
That's
literally-
something he's got to show
No,
off
he
a little
shouldn't show
bit.
that because I saw that through his jacket flap there. I thought, oh God, he's wired with explosives, and that terrified me.
Double bombing.
Tony! I like it, though. I like it.
That's what I do.
That was funny. Very.
Did you guys notice he has the cum stains on his pants?
Yeah, those
so.
are blatant.
Let me see.
Are you talking?
Yeah.
How can
were
you?
those-
He said,
Is your
I
zipper
can
down?
see it.
Red Band said that about the cum stains on his pants. I was like, how can Red Band see my pants? Oh, you're talking about that guy.
Was those last two jokes, because it seemed like the last two were just, like street jokes. Were those your jokes, or did you just do two jokes that you've
Have you heard those
No,
before?
I don't know about if I ever told those jokes before. I thought them off myself.
Okay.
The well hung?
Yeah.
That's a good bit.
It's a very good joke.
Yeah.
It's a very good joke. Dave, who cares?
kidding.
It's Dave, right? Yeah.
I mean,
Who cares? Do you care what anyone has to say right now? Do you really care what anyone has to say? There's a correct response to this question, by the way. I'm just going to let you know. There is a correct response. Do you care really what we have to say?
Yes, I do.
Wrong answer. Fuck no. Fuck us. Fuck these people. Listen to what's in that heart of yours, Dave.
Dave,
That's
listen, I
what's
say
gonna
listen
be
to
your
me.
guide.
I'm Jewish.
Don't listen to anyone.
Listen to me.
Listen to me.
818 till I die.
I know Jews, okay? Trust me.
Arizona State in the
Listen to
Holiday
yourself.
Bowl. I get
University
it.
of Texas just lost the Alamo Bowl.
And their coach
Listen
got
to me,
fired.
my friend.
Mac Brown,
Our
good guy,
coach is
though.
fired. You think Mac Brown cares? Fuck no. Of course, he just got fired, so who cares?
Alamo
Go for
Bowl.
it, Dave. Don't listen to anyone. Continue wearing affliction shirts and go kick ass. You
Yeah.
got it?
I love it.
Get the fuck out of here. Make the world your bitch, Dave.
David Ramick, everybody. I love it. We're already bolting along. He's David Ramick on Twitter, R-A-M-I-C, for those of you that want to follow that.
I am taking notes.
David, what's the last song that you listened to on that iPod that you have? What was the last thing? Wow. See that? That's what I'm talking about. Limp Bizkit.
Here we go.
That cum shit, it's embarrassing though, because like I wear the shirt that like I live next to a Starbucks, so I'll wear like the same shirt that I went to sleep in the next morning to Starbucks, and a lot of times that same shirt's usually like a cum rag, and stuff like that, and it's just embarrassing. I've talked about this before.
Yeah,
but
you
it happens
mentioned it
to me
last
more
week.
than
Exactly 7 days ago,
Yeah.
you talked about this same shirt
happened
on
right
the walk
now.
to Starbucks.
Right.
Right now, even Dave Rannick is saying about you, Red Band. Ooh, that guy's creepy.
As he scrapes
Yeah.
dry cum off of his
Oh,
pants.
come on, Down.
No, he really
Still
did
a
have it.
holiday.
And his fly was down. That was a good observation.
What,
Brody.
Dave? Was your fly down? You want to go? You want to go check?
Maybe it's part of the
All right.
character.
I
All
love
right, let's
it.
give Dave a nice hand. Win up
Yeah, he was
first. That's
great.
a tough
4
spot.
years.
It's a
It
tough
is a tough spot.
Opening. He's opening.
It's a very tough spot. Patriot, how you doing over there? You feeling
I'm
comfortable?
doing good. I think you guys covered that pretty well.
Do you guys have a bit that you used to do when you first started out that maybe you're embarrassed you did, or like, is it something that you don't find funny anymore and you can't believe that you ever said it to an audience?
There was this joke about a well-hung jury I used to do. No, I don't know about you. I used to come on stage. I used to do a character.
Really?
When I first started out on stage, I called him Steve Taft. And I would wear a toboggan and glasses, and I would smoke on stage. And I would come up to Europe's Final Countdown. You know that song? And I'd do
It's
a
the
kick right when the
final
music hit that
countdown.
crescendo.
Yeah.
I had no jokes. It was all attitude. And I don't know if I was, like, possibly, like, people may think it was some sort of parody of someone rather than it was just shit.
Right.
But it was actually just shit.
And that's where your comedy really started. The first thing you did in
it was
comedy
doing a character.
was
Yeah,
a
it's
character
all about
where-
self-exploration. That's why I was telling.
Wow. Yeah.
Telling Dave.
Yeah.
It's all about self-exploration.
Totally.
Not the type of self-exploration that leads to stains on your pants.
Right.
More of the artistic type.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
That's amazing to me that you started out just doing a character with no jokes.
this
and
exact
now
room.
you're locked. Now you, how long have you been in the Writers Guild now? I mean, now you're a
years,
full-time writer.
In this room, I used to, on this very stage, I used to perform in front of deathly silence. My, how the times have changed.
That's a joke about how you guys are quiet.
No,
No, they're
not at
good.
all.
They're getting good.
No, I
They're getting
know.
good.
Brody, how about you?
Are you are cringe moments you're talking about, like early things?
Well, maybe
things?
cringe moments, maybe just something
Can
that
you answer the question? What's the official question?
Okay. The official question is, do you remember any joke that you may have done in the very, very beginning of your career that maybe you're embarrassed about or ashamed that you did or that got silenced?
Well, I still do pretty much every joke that I started with 20 years in. I don't leave them. I take them with me. There's stuff that I've done definitely that I think early on, looking at my early on cable access show, I've seen things and, said things but it's all about learning. I don't look at it as a negative. It's
Right.
like you gotta break some eggs to make an omelet, quoting the
Totally.
great Jeff Ross. So it's like,
Totally.
it's all good. You gotta fail. You gotta have these moments. So I hate to sound like a preachy coach, but those are good. Bad sets are actually good for you.
Yeah.
You learn from them.
I was just telling somebody, one of the comedians asked me if there's a workbook that I would recommend, and I said no, that you just have to go out and do the open mics for exactly that reason. If it goes well, great, but if you fail, then that's even better because you get to learn how to stay in the pocket for longer. When you're first starting out being a quarterback, I'm sure it's very scary watching those linebackers come at you. The Drew Breeses and the Tom Bradys and the Peyton Mannings, they wait that extra second for that receiver to get extra open because they know that a hit really doesn't hurt that bad. The pads were made so that you can take that hit, so you can stay in the pocket and get ready for it because that's how you make big plays.
Well, I think because they've practiced hard. Peyton, they're dedicated to football. Like Kobe Bryant, well, he's older now, but these guys are dedicated to it, so they can stay in the pocket. It's like being a comedian on stage with jokes. You stay in the pocket, not because you're not going to get hit. You just move it like Matrix, like Yoda. That's what you do. So it's stage. It really is jokes and stage time, period.
Yep.
That's what you start with, and then you go from there.
Comedy is a filthy, horrendous wench that you have to give your soul to. And by no means is it guaranteed that she'll give you that love back.
True.
I don't know about your soul, but I would say your
No,
time.
I
I
want-
would say time.
I want people to think about that for a second. If we could just wait a couple more seconds and just let people take that in and If any of you want that cross-stitched on a throw pillow, I sell them out of the trunk of my 98 Honda.
God.
Okay,
I love this.
let's go. We're supposed to critique.
All right. Your second comedian tonight goes by the name of Cat Eyes. Why does that sound familiar?
Is he related to Cat Williams?
Cat Eyes.
Where is Cat Eyes?
Is that Cat Eyes? Cat Eyes taking his time, I do believe. From deep in the gullet. Here he is. Cat Eyes, everybody.
Cat Eyes!
Oh, yeah, I know
Yeah,
Cat
check
Eyes.
him out. I like it.
Fuck yeah.
I already like it.
How y'all doing?
I'm very well, thank you, Cat Eyes.
I was back there asleep. Sorry. Y'all woke me up. I'm feeling good. Okay. What do y'all want me to do?
Is this Kevin Hart's uncle? What? It's a joke. We're kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead, Cat Eyes.
Okay. Is that my joke or?
You got 37 seconds of stand-up.
Okay. Online dating. I'm still working on that. So online dating. Everybody got good stories, bad stories when it comes down to online dating. So fellas out here, let me tell you one of my dates that I went out on, because be careful because the lady that you do meet online, when they have a profile, they have 25 pictures up there of their ass on their profile. They want you to concentrate on that. Only the booty. They don't want you to concentrate on whether they have a brain, whether you come towards you.
That was actually Cat Eyes. Continue, go
You
ahead.
took a lot of time.
Yeah.
You took a lot of time on the front, but let's see where you're going.
Okay.
They show you their booty.
See it? With the booty and everything.
Booty.
But the women that you might want in your life is the one you don't pick on profile because they take the time to put on the profile things. The nice good questions you say. Well, what do you like to do for fun? The lady that you might not pick, well, I like to go out for fun. I like to be with the man I love. I love to just go out there and just be in love with the man and whoever I'm dating.
Yeah, we're really not getting anywhere. It's been a minute 36 and still no
Okay.
punchline.
I know it's a long one. It's a long one.
It really is, and it's too long.
It's
So
too long.
so let's start figuring out what's going on here.
Okay.
Are you really online dating?
Yeah.
How's it going?
I have a bigger question. Do
Yeah.
you really work at some sort of medical care facility? I think I've officially been more scared than by
Wait a
Dave's
minute,
explosives.
I work at a colonoscopy clinic.
Okay. Oh, now see? I feel
Yeah.
like this is a setup.
No.
Deliver the punch now.
It's
Go,
a-
Cat Eyes, go!
Hey,
Slug us with a right hook.
You guys might be laughing about a colonoscopy clinic, but it's the only job I know. It's the shitty job, but somebody got to do it.
There you go, right there.
There it is.
That.
All right,
That's
Cat
what we
Eyes.
are waiting for. That's what we are waiting for.
I know where you're going with that, Bob.
Okay.
Okay. Bob's he's joking, but he's right. It's like the first thing you know, it's like you're in your scrubs. You got the tennis shoes, all that stuff. I mean, maybe you're just raised here, but it is who you are. I mean, you work at that place.
Right.
So I'm not saying be a character and go with that guy, but I could see a little bit of traction on that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Go with what your reality is.
And
Yeah.
you've got a good personality. You can talk. So it's like the jokes. Look, they need some help, but you've got to laugh. You got to look. And Bob is like saying, right for that, and then see what happens, and then you start getting more comfortable with yourself and all that.
Cat Eyes, do me a favor. Here's what I mean by how much your physical appearance affects
your
audience expectations, okay? This is what I mean. Turn and look at that row of people right up there on that second row. I want you to guess which of those 6 people on that front row is probably going to do jokes about the Death Star. Just by looking at it. That's how much people judge based on physical appearance. Play into that. Steer into that, okay?
Okay.
That's what
Right.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, another thing that I love about your outfit is that isn't a work badge on hanging there.
No.
That's a tap card. That's an actual bus pass.
Yeah,
I like that.
But the ID is in the inside of it.
Do you take the bus to the colonoscopy clinic?
Yeah.
There's more comedy.
Heck yeah.
What about? I mean, 'cause, think about it. You gotta look at people's assholes for a living. I mean, like,
That's funny. See?
There you go.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It
God,
makes more
it's like
sense when he's in
watching
the
a-
scrubs.
think about the doctor doctors that I work with, just imagine when they was like little bitty kids, you know, they in the classroom, and you know, and the kids say, "Well, what you want to be when you grow up?" I want to look up people's assholes for a living.
It's really like witnessing the birth of Jesus right now.
true.
It really is This is a whole. I think we've all learned. I actually feel like I should charge you a fee for how much we're helping you discover your comic persona right now.
Yeah.
And this is what Mitzi's daughter makes money doing? Yeah, I'm telling you. This is what it's all about right now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
So
tap into
be
that reality. Yeah.
Stop talking about stuff that piss you off about not getting a damn date.
I'll tell you what, Cat Eyes.
I think that's sort of evident.
Okay.
the
Like Bob
date
said,
trouble.
tap card into reality. I mean, tap into reality.
Yeah.
You got it.
Trust
Should
me.
have gotten a bigger laugh.
Everything I do, laugh at. Why upset me? You think I'm wrong? Were you above Pink Dot for 2 weeks? Don't anger me.
You could talk about dating, how hard it is to date. Like you go home and you smell like your job. You know,
Yeah,
like
smell like the job. But I mean, you can't pick up no date at a nightclub. You know.
Why not?
You know, I mean, think about it. I mean, I gotta tell them. I don't want to tell them that. Look at people's assholes. And assist looking at people's assholes. You know, I can just tell them.
there's like every girl. There's every girl you date.
My man
Like,
getting a kick out of this asshole stuff. You don't even look at him. You assist. Yeah, I just assist.
What the fuck?
anyway, does all your ex-girlfriends, complain
You
of
got to
pink
work
eye
up
all
to
the
the
time?
asshole, I think is what he's saying. That's actually a good bit right there.
Have you ever had a girl?
What this guy's saying.
What?
That you need to work. You actually don't even get to look at the assholes. You assist the guy looking at the asshole. That's
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you know that's your career apex is the asshole.
Yeah, the closest you get
You're
is on a
striving for the
it's on a
sphincter.
good day you might catch a whiff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's sort of like the same thing. You know, if the date don't work out, you're an asshole.
Maybe you'll eventually.
Can we put a cap on the word asshole?
Yeah.
I mean, I keep hearing asshole.
Yeah, let's
Be positive.
First thing you'll want to do is switch it to anal,
Thank you.
Okay. But
which is amazing because maybe you'll meet a girl there, and that's pretty backwards. Like not many relationships start at the butthole.
Yeah.
A lot of people
The,
work their way up to that.
the looser the butt, the bigger your chance.
okay.
Exactly. You can really tell by how
I feel like this is therapy or something.
it is.
Do people ever-
we should be wearing scrubs. How much we're helping you right now.
Do people ever go in there and just don't wash their ass, and you're just like, really? We're gonna look in your ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, all right. Now when one patient came in and then we have to interview them to to find out whether they say, did you clean yourself out? That's the main thing, so we can be able to look.
Because
all
they're
around.
supposed to give themselves a what do they call
Enema,
that? Yeah.
an enema, or they give some type of juice type of stuff that.
A cleanse.
Yeah, it's called
A
semen.
cleanse.
Okay. Okay, but yeah, they have to flush themselves
Move this
out.
thing along.
But I remember one time one of the doctors asked the patient,
Is this going to take a minute 37?
no,
Okay.
no, it's not. But ask the patient, do you
Drink
drink,
the
do you
stormtrooper
drink
laugh.
alcohol? But look, listen.
Okay, we're listening.
We're listening, Cat Eyes.
I don't know why.
Is that your name at the clinic, by the way? Do we ever paging
it's-
Cat Eyes
it's
to the
brown
interview?
eyes.
Just picture some doctor. Cat eyes. Cat eyes.
Brown eyes is funny.
Brown eyes.
See?
Cat Eyes, help me with this.
Call
anus.
yourself Brown Eyes. That's funny.
You got it.
All right, let's keep it moving.
Cat eyes. Great
Good
job.
job, Cat Eyes. Thank you.
Fuck yeah. Talk about working at the proctologist.
I feel like we actually helped that guy.
Yeah, totally.
I feel like we helped him.
We seem
Totally.
to be on a theme of anal tonight because that other guy was telling that joke he's going to fuck the shit out of her.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very good observation
Oh,
there,
now I know why
Patriot.
the
Wow.
Iron Patriot is here.
Yes, exactly.
He finds
is-
themes to the
Yes.
show. All right, that's good.
He's a master of tone.
That's very good.
Brody,
You got it.
you're pushing along. Cat eyes said asshole a lot. And
So
you are-
it was a lot of a-hole. I like what he got. I like what he was doing. It was just like, I want to get more comedians up here.
Yeah.
Crank
Yep,
out
let's
more
go.
comedians.
Let's
Let's
do
go.
it. I agree with that.
Very nice. That is the theme of the
Your
show.
next
Tony.
comedian tonight goes by the name of Mike Menendez. Here he comes.
Butthole surfers.
Football season's over for my team. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan. And I'm going to tell you something. What is it? Ouch, right? Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. I love football. I love it to death. But I hate Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the NFL. Like all the pink shit. that they wear, the pink cleats, the pink wristbands, you know, everything, the pink logos. And it's not because I'm a fan of breast cancer. I'm not a fan of breast cancer. If you have it, get out of here. Get rid of it now. But I am a fan of equality in sports, and there's no male equivalent in female sports. There's no Testicular Cancer Awareness Month in the WNBA, where every game is played with 2 balls. That's not a thing. But that would be a great idea. And you're probably looking at me saying, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Fuck you. It would double the score of every game. Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, you see the scores? My God, the Sparks scored 125 points today. Check it out. We got it just in time. Thank you, WNBA. There we go. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Interesting. I'm going to tell you what. First of all, I like that. If you're the first person tonight to come out with any premise whatsoever. So that's exciting. That's a very good start. Let me give you a great note. Something that I noticed from the very beginning was when you said you were a Miami Dolphins fan. You're getting into your thing. You're just getting cozy. Somebody goes bombity-bomb, and you lost connection. You were just building the bottom level of this sandcastle. You know, that's so important, this foundation. We're just meeting you. We're in your first 10 seconds. And somebody just says something random, some stupid sports shit, and then you're out for a second. You lose your oxygen. Like, it's just like a total disconnect. It might not seem like it, but I can notice those things. And, you know, it's that much bigger of a difference by the time you're really into it, because then people don't feel like you're a pushover, like that you're mendable if you stayed in the pocket on that and just ignored whatever that was, because it was nothing anyway. All it was a speed bump that you didn't even need to acknowledge whatsoever, and you knew you had a minute. So it's just a little something, but it's actually much bigger than it seems. Brody, you're nodding, right?
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I notice. I go, one, I know you only have a minute and a half or whatever, but yeah, I noticed it. So took you out of the game a little bit. You just like ignore that.
Saying the sports team's also just going to get you people yelling out.
Right.
Like, fuck yeah,
Every
fuck
time.
no.
The one
Good
thing
point,
that I
Brian,
ever
yeah.
tell people when they go, what do you want me to say when and this happens every night. Somebody goes, hey, I'm bringing you up tonight. What do you want me to say? I go, just don't mention that I'm from Ohio State. That's all. I don't tell them what to say. I just tell them what not to say. Because, you know, like a big-time host here, Fraser Smith, loves college football. And he loves saying, this guy's a big Buckeye. And so then before I even get up there, I hear guys in the OR going, boo, fuck this guy. You know what I mean?
Trojan
It's like,
fans,
fuck.
they're Bruin fans.
I haven't even gotten
hate
up
the
there
Buckeyes.
yet. They could have really liked me, but fuck. And by the way, I'm a Dolphins fan. But that doesn't fucking matter. Nobody gives a shit in comedy.
Just say you're a football fan.
Right. I love the NFL. I'm sad that it's coming to an end. I'm excited about playoffs. You know, acknowledge the sport. You don't get too specific, or else you're going to get haters out of the wazoo.
But let's also remember, these guys are in a, and I'm going to let Bob pick it up. If they're in a tough situation, do 90 seconds. So everything's amplified.
It's 60. It's 1 minute.
Okay,
60
so
seconds.
even more so.
Yeah.
But they're still good. This is the reality. You're doing a minute here. So if a guy talks, everyone knows, ignore that guy.
Yep.
Push through.
Yep.
And what's your name again? Is it Dave?
Stephen.
Mike
Mike?
Menendez.
Mike. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I speak for everybody at this table. I don't really. The material is going to come. Whatever. Feel what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Are you having fun up there? Because you
Yeah.
looked a little like you weren't really having
Did a
fun.
bit out of it today.
Yeah, it's okay. We all are. I'm in an
Yeah.
unhappy marriage. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, we're considering a trial separation. But you know what? I'm up here, and people sometimes think I have Down syndrome. I smile so much. But let me tell you something. That is a shortcut to immediate likability, and half the battle on this stage is likability. 90%. If you're likable, you have a lot better advantage of masking a lack of material or anything else than if you're not likable. Okay, feel what you're saying, experience what you're saying, but have fun. You seemed a little somber.
But he warmed up. I noticed
Totally.
when he
He
started
moved
that
forward.
last 30 seconds, he
Yep.
got a little more confident.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Feel what you're saying, right? Feel it, experience, have fun. Fuck it, man. You already separated yourself from 95% of the world by just getting on stage tonight
Totally.
and giving this a whirl.
Totally.
You already have.
Totally. And
That's fucking something to celebrate. Look who's next to you. goddamn Iron Patriot.
Yep.
There's a stormtrooper here, and you made him laugh because I saw his shoulders go like that.
Yeah.
Look, he's laughing right now. He's laughing right now. And they're trained killers.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Something happened at about 30 or 40 seconds into that when you moved the mic stand a little bit more to the side. You took more of a step up. You had gotten one laugh, like Brody said, and you were in it. So what this is you got to remind yourself what happened in that 30, 35-second mark, that laugh that you got that pushed you even more, that you were ready to come out again because you landed a big punch. It's like the UFC, you know. When a fighter lands a big punch and you see that other guy wobble, you see that other fighter like, holy shit, I'm going to do this right now. And they just start throwing punches. That's what I could tell you were just about to, you were sort of just getting into it, and then you actually realized that you had nothing better than the original two balls thing. But there was something in your physical motions that got powerful there at the end before you trickled out. The trick that I think they're both saying is being able to figure out what clicked at that 30, 35 seconds from the beginning. How do you open with that kind of stepping up to the edge and really delivering
it's like
something
you said,
you
one
believe
thing was
in?
said and I was out of it.
Right.
It's like one thing.
But
Yeah.
feel like you got that laugh before you even get that laugh, and it'll make that laugh even harder by the time you get there.
And I want to say one thing. Don't take this the wrong way. Shoes good, pants good, shirt not good.
Now,
You're wearing a Nike shirt from Sports Authority. You know, it threw me off a little bit. And then I saw it was Nike. I was disappointed. So, but good shoes, good pants. Let's get a nicer shirt. You got a look. You got like a Jonah
now,
Hill
hold on a
thing
second. We
going
don't
on.
know.
Go with it.
This could be an endorsement situation. Are you endorsed by Nike?
I'm not endorsed at all by Nike.
Oh, okay. I just want to clarify because
Who was there-
if he was
you
being
played at
paid to
Arizona
wear
State,
this.
right?
Division I baseball.
Who are you guys sponsored by when you play baseball?
Pony.
That's right. Golden Pony.
Pony. Jeez, do they make pony?
They make Pony. They're
Don't
owned,
insult
they're owned
Pony.
I'm
by.
not insulting, but
They're
I'm
owned by
asking if
Puma.
they
I
still
think
make pony.
I think he's
What's your
right.
point?
Is Mike giving you shit right now?
Not giving
Let's
shit,
find
I'm
out.
not-
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm not giving shit. I'm
Keep
asking.
going.
I'm just asking. If they go to
Defensive,
pony.
I-
number
I'm not
one
being defensive
mistake.
at all.
Mike, relax. I agree with Brody's note. Lose the swoosh.
It's not personal.
Just don't do it. Mike Menendez, everybody. There he
For
goes.
Mike. I love
Mike.
ponies.
Great job.
Respect.
Mike's great.
Great job, Mike.
Good hug. That was a nice moment.
This is a trespasser.
You lost your
Oh,
phone.
we got it.
Josh has it.
Josh.
I
Josh. we got the
heard-
phone
I heard
guy.
that
Go that
you-
way. Get out of here.
What
Go
you said-
to the
what
back.
you
Go to the
said-
back. Go to the back.
what
Go to
you
the back.
said-
Go to the back. What are you doing? Okay. Get the fuck out.
Why are
of here.
you here? Move.
Hey, baby guy.
Move out of the way.
There you go.
Is this why we have cameras?
Get him out all the way. Get him out all the way. Get him all the way out of the building.
That kid was tweaking.
Josh, all the way out. Josh, all the way out of the building.
Josh, put him in a chokehold now.
Bob,
was fine, it was fine.
You've been. Did I say you?
Here's what I think we all
What the
learned.
fuck was that?
No, but here's the thing that I really, really enjoyed out of that whole experience. The head of security stood there and didn't do a goddamn thing.
He never does.
Thank you, Iron Patriot.
He never does.
He truly is the next Chewy Castro.
Bob, let me explain. I gotta stay in position here where my mic is. 'Cause
Gotcha.
I'm here to do some podcasting. I don't give a shit
Gotcha.
about
I get it.
Yeah, we call him the head of security. The truth is that he can't move.
Okay.
He takes the bus. Bob, he literally takes the bus here because he has to stand up the entire time because he can't sit down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You know, I'm just what just happened.
I don't
the
understand
brevity
what
of
that
it.
was.
I mean, now my adrenaline just went my body. Now I'm starting to shiver.
It's weird. I felt his weird energy coming from the very beginning when he was coming around the corner. That's how crazy I'm like, this guy's about to do something. He reminded me of this girl that came on a girl came up here a couple weeks ago and was just like, I'm going to show my tits for stage time. And I had
Ooh.
Jimmy Schubert and Kirk Fox on at the same time. And they're both like, you know, and those guys, if you know anything about those two, they're like, all right, let's do this. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I had lost it. So the next thing you know, we had a trespasser on stage. But I had that energy from him. Lost his phone, and then he kept walking.
This audience is a good audience, and you guys made it possible. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
I love it. That guy gave me the finger. I had to grab the bucket out of him. He tried to grab my fucking bucket, man. Nobody grabs
Nobody
my
grabs.
fucking bucket.
Nobody puts the bucket in the
Son
corner.
of a bitch. He almost had 118 pounds of steel on top of him. Your next comedian goes by the name of Tim Greer.
Didn't come here looking for trouble. I'm just getting down to the Super Bowl shuffle.
What's up? How y'all doing? So, I'm getting old. Like, the older I'm getting, my mom's bugging me about kids. This is my thing. I'm pro-abortion. I am. I'm pro. I feel like for every abortion, you save a child from abduction. Like, I think that's, I think it's fair. Seriously. Like, I can't afford kids. Like, I don't even have a cell phone. Like, if you know anything about bootlegging phones, I have Magic Jack. Like, I can call people with Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? I'm serious. It's really hard for me to, like, think about actually having kids. Like, I feel like if I had cute kids, I would sell them like pit bull puppies. Like, look, I got these babies. They pretty and they half black. My kids have to be half black. Yes, my perfect girl is Jewish, freaky like a Hispanic. Seriously. Because Jewish girls have good credit. Mexican girls are freaky. I would say smart like an Asian girl and loyal like a Middle Eastern girl, because Middle Eastern girls don't get to do shit. Seriously. Yeah.
Interesting.
Good timing.
We were getting there. The end, yeah. There he is, Tim Greer, first of all. That's fun. Pro-abortion.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Tim, your material doesn't match in any way, shape, or form who I thought you were. I'm going to be honest. I thought you were going to come up here. You come across as a very likable guy. You remember that I was telling the guy right before you the importance of likability? You got that. You walk up, you're smiling, all that stuff. I honestly wouldn't have thought the seventh word to come out of your mouth would be pro-abortion. You know what I mean? It kind of throws people. I don't know if you're trying to work, no pun intended, dark, but you know what I'm saying? It doesn't, to me, gut instinct, after watching a minute of that, that's not who you are. I don't know if you're trying to shock or whomever, but you have like a good onstage persona. Does that make sense at all?
Very true. No, I totally agree.
If you find the material that matches who I think you come across as to others, I think you're going to be pretty damn good. I just don't, it just seemed like it was really, really sharp-tongued, kind of harsh material.
Okay. Bob, nice job.
Thank you.
Now, you weren't so harsh on Dave, the first guy went up.
Well, that's because I was terrified.
Okay. Okay, Tim, what Bob said, I feel that I thought it was good. I liked when you said pro-abortion. That's funny. To me, it's kind of polarizing. It's a statement. Boom. So I like that. I was kind of with you on where you were going. And so I think that bit could be fleshed out. I feel like your mic technique, because even I eat the mic, but your mic technique was good. You're dressed well. I feel like just keep doing what you're doing. I'm not going to beat you down for that bit. I don't mind. Obviously, there's a political thing with Bob and myself. He's from the Bible Belt. I'm from Southern California, and we have different opinions on that. So I'm okay. I like you said, pro-abortion, whatever. It kind of like woke people up. The only thing I didn't like, what you said, was like, how's everybody doing? You don't have to say that. I don't like it when, hey, how's everybody doing? I know it's a greeting, but go like right into it. After that, you went right into it.
That's right.
I thought it was good.
Make sure the second word you mention is pro-abortion. That's great advice, Brody. Dig that hole right away, Tim. Dig it right away.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it.
It's not a political thing, but here's the thing. If you are going to do a bit about abortion, you're digging a huge hole. Make sure you can get yourself out of it.
I don't know if you are. I don't. I say expect some turbulence. I don't think if you really say I'm pro-abortion, first of all, you don't even know what that means. It's like a double negative, whatever. So they're not going to be that. They might be a little confused. There might be a few who get upset with it. I don't think it's so bad. That's my opinion. But Bob has kids, a wife, a family. I live alone on an air mattress.
Have you ever had a girl? Have you ever gotten a girl pregnant and she had to get an abortion?
Yes.
So then maybe you could say, I'm pro-abortion. I'm a pro at talking girls into getting abortions.
Well,
I think that's hilarious.
Well, that's
if
double,
you want to
that's
take that
double
approach.
dark.
Well, I'm evil. See, I can sell that because it's different. I'm just going to take it and turn it into a golden bit. But thank you so no.
So you've helped.
It's actually true. But no, I agree with what Bob said. Are a lot of the other topics that you talk about dark and creepy, or are you more of a? Because you do have this likable, super likable charm.
Yeah, I talk about a lot of dark stuff.
He's going through that period.
Right.
I would say they're right in that. Why go dark? I mean, why make it hard on yourself? I'm not saying they're wrong. You are digging yourself a hole. Like I say as a comedian, why make it hard on yourself? You don't have to. So
There you go.
This is your journey.
That's
Tim.
subjective, though.
This is your journey. You're driving the car. We're just along the highway, and you drove by us for a second, and we offered our
True.
our minuscule opinions. You go where you want to go. But I'm just telling you, my snap judgment of you, I was just like, whoa, okay, here's where he's taking us. I didn't see that.
Pro-abortion.
I was okay with it. I thought it was like a Kanye West vibe. I was with it. Why are we not laughing when I say stuff? Because I'll tell you what, it
Kanye
bothers
West?
me. And I did an hour in the main room on Saturday night. I crushed it last night going
got
after
it.
Bill Burr and Sarah Silverman. Not going to come up here and be disrespected.
You know what? Oh, hold on. And I did 15 minutes 2 Wednesday nights ago at 12:05 in the original room. So, fuck you. Right, Tim? Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Talk about abortion all you want to, Tim. I don't give a shit.
There you go. Tim Greer. He's at T Greer on Twitter. That's GREER 33. T Greer 33. Now, here's something funny about Bob, because like he said, this is his first podcast. And, every time that I announce who my guests are on this show, I announce it only over Twitter. It's just a little thing that I hope that people will eventually, sort of know about or whatever. So I just trust that Twitter will lead people there. So I had to look you up, and then I realized, I look up Bob Oschack. I'm wondering if I'm spelling it wrong. It's just this one little eggs popping up, which means that you haven't come up with a profile or anything. You've never tweeted before.
No.
You've never, not one tweet. I don't think you're following anybody, but you have
No.
you have over 100 followers.
That I didn't know that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought it was around 18, 19 followers. I'm shocked by that.
So there's people that know about you, and you don't even tweet. You have a Twitter presence without even tweeting.
I joined Twitter because I live in a shitty part of Culver City called Culver City. And I always want to know, whenever I hear the gunfire, is it gang-related or a domestic situation?
Wow.
And I get the little Culver City tweet feed, so I'll know whether or not to hide the kids in the bathtub,
That's hilarious. It is
It's
true.
true,
You
but,
can really find out.
Oh, and I also follow Patton Oswalt. So those are the two.
Oh, there you go.
So there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe I'll tweet something sometime. Maybe I'll make it about abortion, since that's such a crowd pleaser.
Did I read you've been married to your high school sweetheart? And You've
Yeah.
been with the same person your whole entire life?
Same
and
woman.
No one
yeah,
else.
Since high school.
That's amazing.
1989. So I'm 41. So we started dating when I was I can't do the math right now. 17, something like that.
Wow.
If I got my wife pregnant on our first date, our kid would now be old enough to rent a car and try to find me. Because I would have.
Can I add one thing?
I would have split town.
You got to use
That's a
that.
bit.
I don't know
have.
if this audience knows or the podcast audience knows. You can tell, Bob and I, we're not agreeing on a lot of things. Kind of audience with Bob, me, Brody, dark, big, aggressive, went after that guy who tried to attack Tony. You know that Bob and I worked together for over 1,000 television shows?
We did.
Yes, we did.
You're talking about
at Fox Sports, Best Damn
Best
Sports
Damn
Show.
Sports
Bob
Show.
was the
writer?
head writer, one of the head or writer, all that
One of
stuff
them.
from the beginning, basically, all the way through the end. 1,000 shows. I did all the warm-ups. Bob did the news.
This is
the jokes.
12 years ago, Brody. Can you believe that?
Well, yeah, we started
12?
in 2001.
Yep, 12
and,
years ago.
So there's a lot of history here. So
we're all good.
thank you. We're
Despite our
family.
differences,
you
yeah,
wouldn't
sure.
know that. See, that's how this town is. You never know who knows people.
Right.
Work with Bob. 1,000 television shows. That means something in this town.
Wow.
It really is. I
There you go.
think, Tony, I think the lesson here is that despite how we look as people, you don't really know what's going on up here, You look at me and you think, folksy, middle-aged, out of touch, doesn't know how to tweet. You would never think that this motherfucker had a six.
Oh, what the fuck?
Come here. Somebody
I'm
fucking
even
punch
thrown
me.
off by that.
Somebody fucking punch me right now.
You are ripped.
That's crazy talk.
That came out of nowhere.
I was doing a character, Brody. I
I love it.
I was telling Bob before the show, he's like, what's going on? What is this? I go, just have fun. By the end of the show, what I take pride in about the show, I told him, I go, most of the guests that I've had on, almost all of them, by the end of the show end up going, man, by the end there, I was having so much fun. I was so warmed up. I wish it went on forever. I'm pretty sure we're seeing that happen right now in the middle of the show with you.
Sure. I'm having
Jimmy Schubert
His
didn't
first
show up as
podcast,
sick.
by the way.
Yeah,
First, no tweets,
Brody,
first
flex it.
podcast. Were you Land of the Lost? What? Anybody? Thank you. Come on, Patriot.
It's a shame he's only had sex with one woman his whole life because another lady could have enjoyed those abs.
Oh.
Very good.
There you go.
Again, that's why we've got the Iron Patriot here.
Yes,
He's got the,
and he's also only
he
had
sort of
sex
knows
with,
how to close out a conversation with one big boom.
and he's also only had sex with one woman his whole life. He's
One
not
more than I
married.
would've-
When
Yeah.
you have sex with one woman, do you like have to like mix it up, just like have her get stung by bees once a week or something like that? Like,
No, you just kind of phone it in.
You role play.
I'm going to sound like I'm doing a bit here, but I'm also the only guy she's ever slept with, so neither of us know how much better sex can be. You know? She thinks it's normal to roll off of her after about 45 seconds of eurythmic humping. So, mock us if you must.
Oh
but
my God.
Ignorance is bliss.
Oh my God, that is so fucking funny. Brody,
I'm thinking about that Jeff character on Ferguson. Is he supposed to be like a contestant from Price is Right? Because he has like a name tag, Jeff. It looks like the old Price is
You
Right.
guys, I don't know if anyone
From
even
Kurt
knows what we're
Ferguson.
talking about.
Yeah.
We have a robot sidekick you're referring to.
Yes.
Yeah, that's part of the reference. It's actually operated by someone who's a genius, so I can't take any credit for that.
But
he's a
whatsoever.
writer as well.
No, he's not. He actually performs the robot solely. Josh Roberts.
He does it and says the words?
Yep, he's operating it.
It's pretty impressive.
And
Yeah, it does a
Craig
great
just
job.
trusts him to play around.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. The chemistry
Wow.
is. I can't take any credit for that
That's
whatsoever.
amazing.
And what
in all honesty.
I like Craig's monologue in that he gets right up in the camera. It's
Yeah.
really loose and different.
Yep.
So
I love
You
that
know,
he
it's good to
grabs
see
it.
that.
He grabs the jib sometimes, I notice, and he'll just like really connect. I was talking with Waterbox earlier about television personality who didn't look at camera that ba. It's all about connecting, and I think Ferguson does an extreme job of that. And
It's not easy to no. Thank you. Stay seated. It's difficult to establish intimacy when you are a TV host. It is.
Yeah.
He does that incredibly.
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's an amazing. I'm lucky. I've worked for 4 years on that. That's why I live in a
yeah.
cocoon. That's why I started writing. I've been on a job for 4 years. I mean, I don't know how to tweet. I don't know the importance of this is a podcast. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand all that stuff. I mean, when I started, like you have experienced unbelievable success since
thank
since
you.
I started writing.
thank you, Bob.
You know what I mean? Whitney
Thank you,
Cummings.
the one guy applauding.
Whitney Cummings.
No,
we
that's
were
okay.
Hanging
You're
out.
okay. I like
I've
that.
just lived in a cocoon for 4 years. It's a great job, but someday it'll end, and I'll be like, wow.
But that's Bob. I think it's refreshing that you don't tweet. I think you should be podcasting.
I'm not on
actually.
the Facebook.
That's
Not on
okay,
that.
but
Do you have
I
a
don't
cell
have
phone?
the Facebook. I do have an iPhone.
All right,
Yeah,
you have an iPhone.
I do have. It's a 4.
But you know what you're doing? You're doing a great job, and you're one of the nice guys. People don't badmouth you.
Totally.
You've earned everything you've got.
Oh.
Like, you used to host all the Sundays and Mondays here. One of the original hosts.
And that's really one of the most badass things you can be in comedy. And I know a lot of comedians always make self-deprecation jokes about it doesn't pay the bills and this and that. But I'll tell you, man, when I got here and people meet a door guy and they find out how much they love comedy, they give them a list of about 5 guys that are just monsters, and you are on that list. And so there's an anticipation when you first are in the back of the room and they're like, and you hear the next comedian go, "Who's next?" And the piano guy's like, "Bob Oschack," and you hear that name that you've heard people who you already look up to saying, "Look out for Bob Oschack," this and that. And then you're sitting there and your expectations are already sky high. And in comedy, there's nothing worse to follow than high expectations. But you do it, man. It's fucking fun. So check out Bob Oschack live sometime. You're here
Or
Wednesday,
follow
right?
me on Twitter.
He'll follow you
Okay.
back.
All right, let's continue with
Your next
I
comedian
feel like I'm
tonight-
getting fucked with.
No, it's not at all. This is your
First podcast.
Yeah, this
It's
is-
about you. We
this
want
is
you to
This
shine.
is the kind of life you could be living in the podcast world of compliments and praise. Put your hands together for Ben Platt.
But Gollum, the evil one, crept up and
Oh,
slipped
wow.
away.
Could this be our first guitar comic in Kill Tony history?
Good evening. Good evening. My song is Vampires Are People Too, and I sing it to you with a California accent. The whole world can believe what they want about Dracula, except me. I know that he lives, and he's not who you think. Throw him in prison and rip out his fangs they will grow back like knives. Put him in solitary, he will escape. Hungrier, no, for Burger King. Vampires are people too. Vampires crash the gates. To heaven will they fly. Flying around paradise before they say goodbye. And do they love their mamas? Same as me and you. Remember forever. Vampires are people too.
In exactly 59.5 seconds, Ben Platt nails his landing, confident smile afterwards. A vampire song. I've never seen anybody stick their landing this confidently in the history of this show. Most confident guitar comic I've ever seen in my life. Nailed the minute. Normally...
Every comic's goal when they get on stage, Ben, right? Ben? Every comic's goal when they get on stage is to make the attractive blonde in the audience laugh. And you, sir, I'd like to introduce you to the attractive blonde in the audience who laughed your entire set.
Hell yeah.
Neither could I, ma'am. The very fact that I could hear you is a test to how many other people were laughing. But my point is, that's the goal. You hit it out of the park. That alone makes you a winner, Mr. Benjamin Platt.
Heck yeah.
Can I jump in, Tony?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, Brody. You're a guest on the show.
Why are you guys laughing? That's a good point.
We're both guests. We're all guests on Tony's show.
It was nice. I mean, you're a nice guy. I like your left-handed. The shirt's tucked in. I like the look. Very Boulder,
Is that a Nike
Colorado.
Shirt?
No, it's not.
No? Okay. All right.
Not a Nike flannel.
Okay.
Sorry, Mike. I would say just enunciate more. If we're talking about the bits, enunciate more. I don't know. It's like, I don't know if it's stand-up or a coffee house song thing. I would say enunciate more, and then we'll see where that goes. But good guitar, likable. There's something there.
And I couldn't agree with him more. I wouldn't exactly call it enunciating. I would say that as a guitar comic who's always going to have to face at many open mics the issues of audio, do you have two mics? Do you have one on the guitar? Do you have one up there? What's that level? What's that level? I think your guitar was a little too loud for the singing. You know what I mean? So it could be a little bit lighter, just a little bit more acoustic and mellow, because in comedy, it really is going to, and no doubt about it, you have that likability that also counts for a lot. But they're definitely going to want to hear the exact words that you're saying. We could hear you in the beginning, but once the guitar came in, it was just a little bit too loud. Maybe project a little bit more. That's something that I definitely had to learn when I first started out. I wasn't pushing. It's just about 10% vocal push that adds all the difference in the world.
You know what I see? It's a big guitar, man. You could hide behind that thing. Mm-hmm. I'd go with the banjo. Again, why no laughs? Why no laughs?
Ukulele.
So not only am I uncomfortable, he's hurt too. So think about that when you don't chuckle based on my cadence. People get hurt.
Ben, what are you going to say?
Were you in The Hangover? You weren't. So I know what I'm doing. I'm going to play that game. Me against you. Go ahead, Ben.
What about the joke?
What was the joke?
Yeah, that's a sort of...
That's the tough part.
There's a bigger issue here, Ben.
Okay.
I don't know what your act was about, to be honest. I know you were doing some sort of accent thing.
Right. It's an audio issue.
You couldn't hear me.
That's what we're saying.
Not really. Yeah.
We could hear it a little bit, and it was likable. We could tell you were talking about vampires, and it was cool, and I was
Just
wondering...
can you summarize it real quickly, what we just watched?
Into the mic.
I started out, and I was talking about the whole world can believe what they want about Dracula except me. He's not who you think. Throw him in prison and rip out his fangs. They will grow back like knives. Put him in solitary. He will escape. Hungrier. For Burger King. Vampires are people too.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I agree. I think a banjo would help that out. Yeah.
Thank you, Bob. 1,000 shows, professional,
What
helping
about the
me
joke?
out.
The joke didn't work?
I don't know if there really was a joke in there.
Yeah, it's really not. It's a long way.
It's
just
sort of
for...
an abstract thing that you're doing up here, which if you're
Which is good. That's
yeah.
good.
I can see it on a Geico commercial.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
About
been?
About 6 months.
6 months, okay. And do you always want to be up here doing a Dracula voice while you play guitar?
No, not always.
Okay. I would recommend maybe chucking the Dracula voice and making it more about who you are. Because let me tell you something. Tonight, and I don't mean to disagree with the attractive blonde. And trust me, if you're going with which to pick of the two, you either have the beautiful blonde or the six-pack here. But if the vampire thing takes off tonight, if somebody's like, you're going to be stuck doing vampire voice for the rest of your life, just like Gallagher stuck splitting watermelons because that took off. So be careful. You may want to make sure you're yourself on stage as you play guitar, because that may be who you're stuck being when you become a super successful comic. You see what I'm saying? So maybe
it's 6 months in. This could just be your toboggan smoking cigarette character that Bob was doing.
Steve Taft.
Yeah,
that's true. Can I ask can I throw in one more thing? Why is it that new comedians, they're so defensive with an attitude? That's why you don't make it. This is Hollywood. This is show business. When you bring defensive energy, and I'm picking up on it, that's why you don't make it. Sorry. I pick up on energies. There is something about, they talk about network or schmoozing or doing yoga or all that. There's something to that. So when you I'm picking up energy. I go, out. See ya. I'm not going to hire you because it's negative energy. If you give me positive energy, something to work with.
Ben, I love your smile. I love your energy. We're going to get another comic up here. Thank you so much. Ben Platt, everybody. Ben, I hope you come back. They love Ben Platt. Ben, please come back next week or the week. Come back soon. All right, sign up again. I want to see what you do next.
And next time, don't be such a defensive asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the poor guy was just smiling.
Yeah, we have.
Brody, what did you do? Really I couldn't have met a more gentle, mild-mannered man. Fuck you, Ben Platt!
All these guys, they're too defensive. They stand up here with their guitars and their flannel named Ben Platt, smiling at me. Why would you do that? You don't get it, Ben. 6 months, you're not going to fucking make it. I've done 1,000 shows. You got it. Brody, you just stole his soul.
You got to keep doing it, though, but be nice.
He did it. This is the return of Eric Carter, everybody. Internet sensation. And one of the luckiest motherfuckers in the world. It's Pip.
What's up? How y'all? Oh yeah, fuck how y'all doing tonight. I am from the deep south. I am from the deep south. I hate NASCAR. I don't watch Duck Dynasty. I'm glad I got that out of the way. Let's rock and roll and be positive. Man, living in California for 5 months, shit's so much different. Y'all use different words. What y'all call skinny jeans, we call women jeans. What you call vegetarians, we call pussies. My first 3 months of doing comedy, I lived in the youth hostel in Hermosa Beach. A lot of fun 'cause I got to bang foreign broads, but it did have its awkward moments. I had this Japanese guy that couldn't speak English sleep in the bed beside mine. But that wasn't the creepy part. The creepy part was he had a box of Kleenex right by his pillow, and I never heard him once blow his nose. I'm assuming he was tugging that Pokemon. And by the way, I want to apologize to you. My first kill, Tony, you was here. I did 2 inbred jokes. I wore a white linen.
Yeah, your time's up,
Well,
Eric.
I want to hear this. Go ahead. I want to hear it.
No, go on, Eric. All right, go on.
No, I lied to you.
You did?
Yes. I told you it was my first time, and I wasn't because I was intimidated by you, and I respect you. And I want to get that out of the way.
You got it, buddy. Good job tonight. Positive energy. Brought some energy. Thank you, Eric.
Appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem.
You're talking to him?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Awkward.
Eric,
go ahead, Tony.
You brought the energy, as always. People love you. It was great again. What was the note? It was, yeah, it's one thing that I've noticed that you've done, because I've watched you a few times. You've gotten on the show a lot. A lot of the listeners, go crazy about you. There's been a lot of tweets that you're definitely a fan favorite. So let's get right into something that I've noticed since you've been on a few times that I think either you could use it to your advantage or you could nip it in the butt now, but I think keeping it on as a bad habit isn't going to help you. and that is when you hit a punchline, you do this thing where you show everybody that was a punchline. If it doesn't go great, you go, well, you do this thing, and then you go on to the next thing. But you can either do it or you can't. You can either commit to it, showing the questioning of it, or you can lose it. But where it is now, somewhere in the middle, you're just showing a little bit of weakness. You're showing them that maybe they didn't get a punchline, whereas either you can ignore that mellow laugh and plow on, or you can really commit to, that didn't get a laugh, and then move on. But where you're at right now, it's in between the two things, and it's just coming across as weak in this super powerful set that you have. You come up, you fucking almost German suplex the mic stand behind you. Very interesting maneuver. There's definitely different ways to do that, other than the two-handed 360. So, I mean, that's just one thing that I notice. You definitely have perspective, which is always fun. How about you guys? What did you notice about Eric? What stood out?
Well, I don't know, Eric. It's my first podcast, by the way, Eric. So
glad to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Eric. I've never seen Eric before. Obviously, he's some sort of superstar here on the show. But do you? And I couldn't see you because I'm at a bad angle. But do you smile at all during your set, or do you always? Okay, that's what I was just going to say, because you looked very serious as you were doing your material. Not serious, but just like really intense and into it, almost like a Southern preacher-like, which sort of works for you. But every now and then, maybe a telltale smile of sorts, which again, if you were given it, then disregard this note, would help out, because there was a super intensity to what you're doing that could like get a little overbearing if every now and then you don't let people see a crack or whatever and see that you're having fun too. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I keep pounding the smiling thing, and I know,
it's
but I'm
true.
telling you, man, I milk my smile. I genuinely smile a lot during my act, and if it doesn't work for certain people, I don't recommend they do it. But for you, I think that does help out. That you do act like you're having fun and experiencing what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? Coming from my perspective.
Yeah, well, smiling is important. I'm not saying laughing, smiling. So I'll smile. That's why I do the. You get people on your side.
It does. It's a way to ease off the gas ever so slightly when you have your pedal to the metal the rest of the time.
So I can't speak specifically to that. So I don't know if you're smiling, but I'm just saying I liked your energy. You're holding the mic. Are you left-handed?
No, I can use both though.
Okay, so I like that. You got the Southern.
Wow. With the mic, you can do both.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So
you should
I
try
used
that.
to box as a kid.
You should try that with a mic stand next time.
You used to box as a child?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, how old were you?
I mean, not as a child, as a teenager.
Oh,
When
okay.
I was 14 to 16, did it off season for soccer.
Okay.
When soccer season was out.
Child boxing sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
Just as an aside, I don't know if you want to go anywhere with that. Just make sure you smile while you're talking about it. But
I watch the comedians. Material's not my thing. I can't really harp on a 60-second material bit. I look at the general thing. So what I see, I think you're onto a good thing. Likability, smile. If you weren't, just keep doing. You got that accent. Keep it. Don't lose it. What's going on up there? I'm hearing talking. Thank you. We're doing a podcast. So I say keep doing what you're doing. And just be likable and nice. There's a reason why they're saying good things on Twitter. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Just keep doing what you're doing.
There you go.
And you're well dressed.
Thank you.
Dressed. I like the.
You doing a lot of spots? You staying busy at nighttime? You going up a lot?
Yeah, I've been hitting open mics like
Great.
in South Bay.
That's exactly what you need to be doing. There
Hey,
he
but
goes.
thank you, fellas.
Eric
Can I
Carter.
have
Very good.
real quick,
Oh, the
though?
Patriot.
Hold on, the Iron.
More
hold
vegan
on, I
jokes.
think the Iron Patriot is going
I got
to
a little
end this with
invitation
a
I can
theme.
do it, Eric.
Go ahead.
I know karma's a bitch. My bitch. If you
Hey.
don't like football on Sunday, give me your man card.
There you go. An
I like
impression.
that.
A little something for the listeners at home, and a big fuck you to the live audience.
Yeah.
That's an Eric Carter joke from a few weeks ago. There you go, Eric Carter. That's enough. There it is. He's on Twitter at CallMeEC. He's Eric Carter. Now, an exciting thing, I don't know if I got to mention this to you, Bob. Every week we have two young ladies that since episode 1, they have been doing a new 60 seconds each week. And they are with us here tonight. This is their part of the show where they do a new 60 seconds, and this is that part.
Oh, this is exciting.
Exactly. So
These
there
two right here.
two monsters being built here in the confines of Kiltony, and tonight will be no different. First, you know her as @Princess Shank on Twitter, and she is a fantastic. She's a little bit different. She's weird and goofy, so know that going into it. Here she is, everybody. It's Sarah Wineshank. Powerful.
What's up? Visors. I don't understand them. It's like either wear a hat or don't wear a hat. What is the purpose of a visor? Go full hat or go home. Even more confusing, a bald man wearing a visor. You would think that he would like to reap the benefit of a full hat. Not always the case, guys. I was thinking about it the other day while I was looking at my furniture, wondering if I would ever really need coasters. Like, is my furniture ever going to be nice enough to not get rings on it? That shit doesn't matter now. Am I ever going to have napkin rings? I don't know, but I won't ever have visors. That's for sure. All right.
There it is. They're such monsters that they know exactly when the minute is. That's 59.52. The visor bit, and then the coaster thing's a new thing, and you ran out of visor stuff.
I didn't want to overstretch
Gotcha.
the
Just wanted to
visor.
make sure
Yeah.
that I knew what was going on there.
Yeah.
The visor thing is hilarious, and I think it could be bigger. I mean, I don't even know where it begins. It's almost like it's a convertible. It's like a, I don't know. Is there anything that pops in your head when you think of a visor, Brody? What do you ever?
Football coach,
All right.
Steve
Is that
Spurrier.
same weird football heckler guy?
It's
Shut
okay.
the fuck up.
It's all right. It's all right. He's a Dolphins fan. No.
Jesus Christ.
I like the visor, but I like. You could tell that you've been doing. When you've been here, it's obvious. You've been watching the show. You went right up. Even when you said, "How you guys doing?" You kind of made a joke about that because we talked about that earlier. So that's a little funny thing, right? Again, we're back. I don't see everything, but the visor bit, it's tight. Seems like there's a lot of visuals. Boom, boom, boom. You had good stage, like your own little personal stage posture up there. That was good. So I say, keep doing that. That was good. Confident, But I know you're rushed at that second thing, and then it seemed like you're a little frustrated. But I'm not going to hold that against you because that was you're up against the clock.
So I was trying to think of visor stuff all week. I was so
Right.
pissed off.
No, it
Asking
seemed
other
like it. I
people
mean, you
about-
got pretty much a double applause break in the first 30 seconds of your set. So, I mean, it showed. I mean, there's no doubt about that. In fact, I would even...
There's not really much more you can do with visors. I mean,
Right.
I know.
And the way that you have it is, I think it's almost pretty important that you sort of lock it in where it is. The way that you said, I don't understand visors, you had it there, and then the big one came, but what I really don't understand, bald guys in visors, and then you had it, you nailed it, but I think it's tag-worthy right there, almost something like, why do you want the top of your, why do you think we want to see the top of your head? You don't want the sun in your, you don't want the sun in your eyes, we don't want your bald head in our eyes. Like, I don't know, something like get
your
into it,
burnt
think about how it
Hey,
makes
Tony.
you feel. Oh yeah, hi Brody.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
a Jewish person wears a visor, it's a hat, right?
It's called a yarmulke.
Well, that's an interesting one. If you're wearing a yarmulke and a visor,
that's true. Yeah.
That's what
Tony just picked me up.
That's what I just said.
if you're wearing a visor and a yarmulke, that's probably one cheap visor you bought.
There's something
Nothing
there.
on
See?
that? Not a single giggle. Okay.
I think we got.
No, there's
Because the
something there.
person's Jewish, people.
You know what I got upset with when you said a Jewish hat and I go it's a yarmulke. Nobody laughed. Again. How do you not laugh at that? It's funny. How many Jewish people are here? Show your hands. 3. All right, that's my
Jesus,
point.
I like you
very,
said.
very.
I like it. You said show your hands, and they all clapped.
Yeah.
You guys made me laugh. That was good. I thought you were really good. I don't know you. Evidently, you come here every week or something.
Yeah,
but
she's a regular.
yeah, you're very funny. Very.
you.
What are you
very-
trying to get at with the coasters thing? You're saying your furniture is so
Yeah.
bad you don't even care if it gets rings.
Yeah, but I didn't know if I was gonna go into that or not, so I didn't even go for it. Like, I just don't think I'll ever need to buy coasters. That won't ever be a thing for me. Like
Right.
napkin rings and coasters, I only have disposable.
Because by the time you have money to buy coasters, you're going to just have furniture. I don't know. I don't get it yet. I don't know the perspective.
Your coasters would cost more than your table or something.
Yeah, basically,
Right.
essentially, yeah. It doesn't matter.
By the
arts
time
and
you have
crafts table.
coaster money, you're going to have new furniture money, so you
Yeah.
don't give a shit whether it gets rings or not.
I see coaster, I go coast. There's a joke like something with New York, that coast, West Coast. There's a joke there.
I'm thinking maybe it's like a marriage thing. Like I look at my coffee table the same way I look at Blobbity Blah, because I don't care if it gets a ring or not. Something like that. I don't know.
See how my mind works? I
The
help with
Kardashians.
jokes.
Like the Kardashians.
Yeah, the coasters thing needs work.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
There's nothing there yet.
Yeah, it's
so
a
it definitely
half-ass
needs
coaster
work.
joke.
But the visor
But the
thing
visor
is
thing is
hilarious,
great.
and it's in the mix. That's just one more 40-second chunk to add to all the other hilarious stuff that you built. That's Sarah Weinschenk, everybody, a Kill Tony regular. Positive energy. She's always happy, smiling, fun to hang out with. She's a good person. She gets it on stage and off, and so does our other regular. She dropped out of college at the University of Florida because she became a Kill Tony regular. She went from gator to hater, and now here she is. She's Kimberly Congdon, everybody.
Hey guys. So I have a lot of opinions on things. I've been noticing some things that bother me lately, and this is one of them. If you have a tattoo that says blessed, you probably aren't. You know? I feel like the only people that have blessed tattoos wear jorts and wife beaters. They don't have sheets on their mattresses, you know? And like their mothers had eyebrow rings. Like those kind of people. The font is always like that Nightmare Before Christmas across the chest. That's not blessed, people. They watch their friend give a homeless guy a 20, and when the friend walks away, they turn around like, he said I could have half of that. Thank you.
There it is, another 59.39 seconds set. They definitely know the time.
I just want to jump in real quick. I like that there's a bit there, like the blessed tattoo. You established that right out of the gate. We were doing that. I think it just needs to be written more. It's a good topic because we'd all know that. You see those guys blessed, you know, the basketball guys or the UFC guys. And I think you just have to get more specific with examples, make it visual. You did. You said, hey, it's that block letter. And then you give examples like the UFC guy. But I can't say specifically it's the whole thing, but it's a good topic, and there's a lot. You made it clear where you were going. Now you just got to, just write it. The parameters are there. It's an interesting bit. I like it.
You know, this. I guess this applies to Sarah earlier, too. Take with it whatever. I don't get on stage a lot. So whenever I go on stage, whatever I do, my stage time is precious. So I know my material backwards and forwards, even if I've never, ever done it on stage. And if it sinks after one try, I toss it out, no matter how much time I rehearsed or whatever. If it doesn't work at all, what's up? You seem like you were kind of struggling to remember the bits. So they were in your head. You weren't reading, you weren't really focused on the room, and you weren't really focused on your set. You're kind of in between, trying to figure out where you were going next and trying to hold on punchline to punchline.
Yeah.
Know your material. Yeah. Know it backwards and forwards. Brush your fucking teeth with it so that you can say it backwards if you had to. Stop when I snap my fingers and go right back through it the other way around. Right. I've got my shit. This is why I was nervous about doing this.
Right.
Because I wanted to script everything I said tonight. Because I don't know how to do spot. But I learned that I'm actually really good at this. And I now have 100 Twitter followers. But you see what I'm saying, Kimberly? You've got and there's great material. I guarantee you know how to boom. It was a setup.
Right.
You had your great setup, and then I just saw you going tag after tag after tag.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know those like the back of your hand, barrel through that, boom. That audience is in your grip.
It's definitely
Same thing I said.
It's true. It's pretty well written, and you got it there. You just want to be able to flow with it so that we're not waiting. You know what I mean? It's sort of like we're like, come on, get to it. It's like we're rooting for you. But it's a vast improvement on other things because it's really a great premise that even though
everyone laughed right away at the premise. It
Right.
wasn't even a joke. It was an observation. So right away, you know that you're bonding with the people. That's the best laugh in the world when you just get a laugh with what's basically an observation.
Yeah.
And then, so you know the audience is on board. Then it's just boom, boom, boom. So you had them. You've got the material right there. Just make sure you know it really
Right.
tight.
And really drive in how big of losers these guys are. You know what I mean? Like, I almost can't believe you can almost see like the unevenness, like the tattoo artist was laughing while giving the guy the blessed tattoo. Like, you're not fucking blessed. Like, add stuff about how the tattoo's permanent, but his respect from people is temporary.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
so many
get
things
into
to
the
play off
tattoo.
that.
Get
There's
into the
so
blessed.
many
A lot of
things
those
to play
tags
off
you
that.
could have
He's only
been
blessed.
funnier.
He's only blessed after he sneezes.
Like the sheets.
There's so many
and the-
skin tags on that.
Okay.
There you go. There's the.
Wasn't
there's
even
the-
a good joke, and you gave me
there's the-
something.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fuck yeah, and you stayed on that the whole time, right? Blessed.
Great.
go.
Yeah, I did.
When
Well
if you ever feel yourself flailing, just do it in vampire voice. Maybe that'll help out.
Have you been
Maybe
doing
that'll help
spots?
out.
Have you been going up other
I have been
places?
doing spots, yeah.
Great. And
This
Sarah,
one I-
you too? Yeah.
This
Great.
one I was trying to do. Every time I go up, I talk about different things that annoy me about people. So
Right.
that's why I wasn't.
Right. That's
You know.
definitely a part of your natural voice.
And you have good. You speak well. You speak clear. You
Thank you.
enunciate. So keep doing that.
Awesome.
Was the whole dropping out of college? That was just a
That's true.
joke, right?
No, she
That's
was
real.
she was a
Oh.
full-time college student. Her cousin is friends with Brian and I, and so we met her as soon as she got here. The cousin told us she was interested in doing comedy. Her first time ever on stage was right there, and she kept coming back every Monday since. She decided not to go back to college. She dropped out, went to Florida, picked up her stuff, came back, and now lives with
You're
her
all in,
friend
Kimberly.
the valley.
You put all your chips in.
Yeah.
That's
This is
the
it.
only way to succeed. That's
Absolutely.
the only way to do it. So if you're all in, be all the way in.
That's
Good for
Kimberly
you. Good
Congdon,
luck.
everybody. She's on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon. That was episode 31 of Kill Tony. Bob, you got anything coming up you want to promote or anything? Let's try to see how much we can blow up your Twitter. That's at Bob Oschack.
No,
That's
it's not.
BOBOSC.
It's not. It's
HACK.
it's Shack Knife.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
not even- yeah.
SHACK.
SHACK.
Knife, one word.
Yeah.
Shack Knife. At Shack
funny.
Knife. Let's see what we can do to increase.
Blow up your MySpace. Do you have a MySpace?
I don't know. Did recently launch a Friendster, if anyone's interested.
You know what? Let's
so.
just give out your phone number, Bob. What's your phone number? Call Bob anytime. Well, it was so much fun to have you, Bob. Brody, what's going on with you? You got any shows coming up?
What am I
Anything you
doing
wanna
tomorrow?
promote?
What's tomorrow?
You're here on what?
New Year's Eve.
I'll be here New Year's Eve tomorrow.
Yep.
You can catch my shows on the internet. They'll be up there forever. Stephen Brody Stevens, enjoy it. Follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff. I want to say thank you to everybody, understanding that I'm in a very vulnerable situation and I have a lot of tension. You guys are great. The audience, thank you for being here. All the comedians are good sports. And I think when we say something to a specific comedian, when I say it, it's not necessarily for that guy. It's for everybody.
Right.
Not that I'm an expert, but whether you like it or not, I've been doing it for 20 years. So you'd be not smart to take some of my experience.
Two of my
And
favorite
Tony,
people.
just real quickly, thank you to at Mikey Beatty, who just followed me right then. So I guess I'm now
There you
at, now at 101.
It's already begun. That's at All
The
Things
revolution.
Brody on Twitter. I'm Tony Hinchcliffe,
Brody's
Brian
me friend.
Redband. We're in Texas, baby.
Yeah, January 9th, 10th, and 11th. Go to DeathSquad.tv for all the tickets.
And thank you so much for coming out, everybody. Up next is the Ding Dong Show, the longest running show in Comedy Store history at 10 p.m. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Have a good night.
Ain't everything's cool in the mind of a gangster, 'cause gangster